Over the course of this semester, I have done research on the cultural and environmental aspects of the country of Italy as a whole. This research has yielded an overall conclusion that a north-south regional divide is at the root of the population and environmental problems in Italy. Here are a few data points that provide a general overview of how Italy stands as a country. The annual growth rate is nearly zero, and the life expectancy is relatively high when compared to the rest of the world. The gross domestic product estimate is also relatively high worldwide, but the per capita GDP is lower relative to the rest of the world. These data foreshadow the problems occurring in Italy, the regional divide resulting in a chain of cultural and environmental problems. I believe that the reasons for the divide include commercialization in the northern region of Italy, greater career opportunities, as well as a general higher standard of living. This divide creates problems such as an imbalance of resources that people provide, education, and labor. The bureaucratic aspect of the southern region of Italy may cause problems to arise, culturally and environmentally. Solutions have started to come in effect to create evenly distributed sustainable development throughout Italy, with the Paris Agreement and other plans described in the Financing the Future report that was released in the fall of 2016. The age structure plot of Italy shows an uneven distribution of individuals, with over 20% of the population over the age of 65. This creates problems such as a low workforce supply, especially with a decrease of birth rates throughout all of Italy, specifically in the south. In the past 10 years, Italy has experienced times of financial crisis. This financial crisis has impacted southern Italy more than northern Italy due to the fact that the economic opportunity in southern Italy is smaller than northern Italy because of the environments of each. Northern Italy has been historically more urban and commercialized because the region is more suitable for this. The south is more rural, with less opportunity for economic growth. Over the past decade, there has been a trend of migration from the south to the north, predominantly by people ages 19 to 34. This is largely due to the greater opportunity in the north for recent graduates and because of the higher economic stability in the north. The problem with attempting to implement sustainable development throughout all of Italy is that a majority of enterprises are small to medium in size, with minimal funds to convert from current operation to a more sustainable operation. Sustainable development often involves replacing the exploitation of natural capital with human expertise and clean technologies. From a financial perspective, this can mean higher upfront capital costs for investments in buildings, energy, and transport, matched by much lower operating costs, ultimately resulting in improved life cycle costings. As a result, finding ways of reducing the cost of capital is a critical task. Energy consumption is much higher in the northern region of Italy. This is due to the fact that it is much more commercialized than southern Italy, thus the demand for energy is much higher. Although the energy consumption is lower in southern Italy, there are sustainability issues that need to be addressed. For example, the migration of people out of southern Italy has decreased the supply of individuals who can help combat sustainability issues such as natural disasters destroying infrastructure. Since the birth rate is well below the replacement rate, people are leaving the south, and the population of Italy is continuing to age. Italy's ability to eliminate environmental issues is continuing to decrease without external funding or government subsidies. Multiple regions within southern Italy do not have proper city planning that considers the environmental impacts of building and modifying infrastructure. Approximately 15 to 20% of buildings in some regions within southern Italy are built without a permit, which is already a sign that the environmental impacts of building was probably not considered. The Financing the Future report from 2016 states that the green investments and regulations need to start at the local level due to the fact that a majority of the enterprises in Italy are small to medium sized. Policies need to be implemented to remove market failures, such as unpriced pollution in resources. There has been a strong push and a successful push for solar and wind energy to be included in the power grid of Italy. Since the land in southern Italy is not the most ideal for farming, this land could be and has started to be used for solar panel farms. An excerpt from the Financing the Future report states, "Sustainable finance involves the integration of environmental, social, and governance factors across the financial system with the goal of strengthening resilience, targeting capital allocation, and improving accountability." The country as a whole needs to work to stop the divide of the North-South regions. With the implementation of the carefully considered aspects within the Financing the Future report, I believe that the regional divide can be conquered.